Dust was flying in the narrow lanes of the village. In a broken hut that had stood for years, a boy named Arav lived with his family. His father was a farm laborer, working day and night in other people's fields in exchange for a little grain or some money. His mother went from house to house cooking on clay stoves to earn a living. Arav was only 13 years old, but in his eyes burned a deep dream. I have to change my life. Every morning, when he set out for school, he didn't even have slippers on his feet. During the rainy season, the roads filled with mud, and in the heat, the ground burned his soles. Yet despite all this, he considered his books his greatest treasure. Sitting in class, he often wondered, can education really change my life? Or will I also have to work as a laborer in the fields, just like my father? One day, the teacher asked the children, "Children, what do you want to become when you grow up?" Someone said, "Doctor." Someone else said, "Policeman." Another said, "I want a job." When Arav's turn came, he quietly said, "I want to become an IAS officer." The classroom burst into laughter. His friends mocked him. "Your father can't even afford food and you dream of becoming an IS?" That day, Arav stayed silent. But inside him, a fire had been lit. He thought, if my situation can be mocked, then my hard work can also make history. On his way home, he told his mother, "Amma, everyone makes fun of me. They say I'll never achieve anything." His mother placed her hand on his head and said, "Son, people only laugh at those who have the strength to prove them wrong. Just don't leave your path. Your hard work will become your identity." That night, Arav began studying under the light of a clay lamp. Around him were old newspapers, borrowed notebooks, and broken pencils. Often, when pages ran out, he practiced writing on the back of cement sacks. But the struggles didn't end there. Many times his father scolded him. "What will you do with all this studying? In the end, you'll have to work as a laborer anyway. Degrees don't fill stomachs. Bread does." These words broke his heart, but the pain only made him stronger. When electricity went out in the village, he studied in the fields under the moonlight. Sometimes friends called him, "Come play cricket, Arav." But he replied, "Sorry, I don't just want to play, I want to win at life." Gradually, an unshakable determination grew within him. Poverty is not my destiny. It is my test, and I will pass it. His school only went up to grade 10. For further studies, he had to travel to the nearby town, 8 kilometers away. Walking barefoot daily wasn't easy. During rains, he slipped in the mud. In the heat, his clothes stuck with sweat. Classmates laughed at him, but his face showed only one expression: "I will not stop." His father said bluntly, "We can't afford your studies. What you've done so far is enough. Now start working in the fields." But once again, his mother stood by him. She pawned the jewelry she had received at her wedding and bought him old books and a second-hand bicycle. With that, Arav could travel to the town, but the struggles still weren't over. In town, other children wore good clothes, polished shoes, and carried expensive bags. Arav had a torn bag and just 2 sets of clothes. One day, a classmate mocked him. "Hey, he's from the village. What does he know about the value of studying?" The whole class laughed. This time, Arav smiled and replied, "Today you laugh at me, but one day my name will give thousands of people a reason to smile." The class fell silent. At home, he studied late into the night. If oil ran out for the lamp, he went to the temple and studied under the light of a diya. His father grew even angrier. "Books won't fill our stomachs. Without work, we'll starve." But his mother always repeated, "Son, no prayer is greater than hard work." When Arav felt tired, her words echoed in his ears, pushing him to open a